New homes are being built in New Jersey in 2012.
Absolutely. Couldn't be more thrilled. We actually, when we were coming out, we thought it was a house that was already standing. But when we got here, we loved the lot. We loved the neighborhood.
Kevin Morrison and his family is moving from Totowa to Morris Plains.
We're really excited. I got two young little girls, 7.5 and 2.5, and so the whole family's really excited.
Now, with the economy showing slow but consistent improvement, builders predict growth in construction of smaller, more energy-efficient residential homes and multi-generational units.
There definitely is a trend to smaller product.
Jake Grant, a second-generation builder and owner of Grant Homes in Mendham, says he is building smaller homes in 2012.
Even folks with an aggressive budget or a luxury budget, I would say, are not contemplating the 10,000-foot house, the 7,000-foot house. Now they're saying, let's target, a 4,000-foot house or a 4,500-square-foot house. I think the days where the extra-large home is being the primary target of someone with a very high budget is certainly less common than it was even 8 years ago.
But for the push for smaller homes does not mean building will slow.
The construction costs are lower when we don't have those vaulted spaces. And the other would be that people understand that there's more intimacy in a smaller space than there is in a very large scale space. This was a home we built on speculation back in 2005. It was designed, for the economy at that time, and we really had a lot of positive feedback on the floor plan. So we redesigned the exterior, also known as the elevation, for the house that we're going to look at in Morris Township, in the other home. So we took what is a very expensive house to build with the hip roofs, the stone, and the stucco, and we kept the interior, and we changed some of the exterior features to make them marketable in this economy.
After another weak year in 2011, New Jersey home builders are cautiously optimistic for 2012.
This was a home that we saw a finished version of this home at the other location. We wanted to make the use of that floor plan again because it was very popular. So we pre-marketed the same house interior with a different elevation. So the elevation in building jargon is known as the front or the skin of the house. Here you see we have the gable roofs. We've taken out the hip roofs. We maintained the angular version of the garage, which is one of the features of the home plan. So by doing that, we probably trimmed $75,000 to $100,000 worth of features off the house without changing the interior.
Well, certainly scaling the house and not overdoing it from a size perspective, I think is most important. Certainly you pay a price per square footage on new construction, commensurate with the area that you're in. And so this is one of the smaller houses on the neighborhood, but it's the right size for us.
The family room, what we talked about earlier, it's not as large as it used to be, but it's also still very functional. I don't know the exact dimensions. It's about 15 by 18 or so, 15 by 20. In this particular room, we added a 12-foot slider, which the big opening is now. It's just an opening, but eventually be French doors there. We've got extra height windows. You can see the types of windows are very tall, the openings. And then this room has a step-down feature, which gives it a higher ceiling. It's not the cathedral ceiling that we talked about. Still have the volume of 10 feet, but not the 18 or 20-foot soaring ceiling. So we still get that volume feeling without the two-story look.
Although tempered by the economy, green construction has also taken hold in Morris County.
I think the second thing is to think about once you're in the house, how it's going to operate. And so we've got radiant floor heating on first and second floor versus what we've got in our current house, baseboard. So I think that's going to create a much more ecologically friendly home.
In this area, we captured what would have been just a closet space, and we moved the knee wall back and gave more headroom, put in what will be skylights here, and this will become a little study area for the children with a little book and nook area. So we captured an upstairs living space that would have just been a hallway to make it a more efficient design.
Well, certainly we wanted to fit our lifestyle. With two young kids, and they're going to, be growing up, and so we were looking for extra space, but not a ridiculous amount of space. Our house right now is probably 2,700 square feet, and we'll just be under 4,000 here. So certainly we could have built a bigger house, but this fits the needs. It's got the right amount of bedrooms, the right amount of space for the kids to run and play, and for my wife and I to enjoy the family.